Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to She Boss Talk. I am Shantae Arati. I am coming on with another stimulus update and news report, specifically regarding the Eidl program, tips on how you can get approved. So we heard directly from the SBA on some things that you can do to move your applications forward. I also have met with many business owners over this past week, so I'm bringing you some advice based on the discussions that I've had with those business owners. Also, we'll be talking about the Paycheck Protection Program forgiveness and how you can get your loan forgiven so that it becomes a grant. We'll be talking about grants. I'll be answering questions. I already see that some of you all have questions already. Someone mentioned has questions regarding collateral. So if that's you, just clarify the questions you have regarding collateral. I will try to get to them today. If I feel like the questions need more in-depth conversation, then I will dedicate a special broadcast directly for that. But hopefully I can get your questions answered today. We have a lot of great things going on at She Boss Talk. There's nobody doing what we're doing for entrepreneurs and small businesses out there. I'm super excited. So before I get started, I just wanted to share some good news that I received from one of our peers this morning, actually, and I actually didn't see it until about an hour ago. But she shared with me that on the Hello Alice platform, and if you're not familiar, I highly recommend that you check it out. It's a platform for entrepreneurs. It has many, many, many corporate partners like the NAACP and others that also help to provide grants and other resources and technical assistance for small business community, where someone came across our YouTube channel and found our content on grants and funding. So she really gave us a shout out on the platform that has hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs and business owners out there, just saying about how valuable this channel is. And she didn't just want to keep it to herself, that she thought enough of the value that we provide that she wanted other business owners to be able to get access. And so she shared our information. So if you're watching today, thank you so much. We appreciate you all's continued support. If you are not already subscribed, if you are not already part of the She Boss Talk family, if you're not already following us on social media, do connect with us, because we are here to make sure that you are successful in achieving your business goals. Yes, even in the midst of a pandemic, we are here to help you rise and thrive. Okay, so that's what we're here for. Do give this a thumbs up, hit that love button, tag a business owner that you know who may need this information, share it out. Because like I said, I talk to business owners every single day. And there's still a lot of struggle, a lot of challenges out there with small business owners trying to recover from the pandemic, just trying to keep their business open, okay? Trying to figure out what they're going to do. And I'm trying to do everything that I can to be able to assist. So, and we will continue to do that. So we so appreciate you all for all of your support. And you don't know what the small things that you do by telling a person to go check us out, by sharing our video, sharing our channel, how that has significantly helped thousands of businesses throughout this pandemic. So again, thank you. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the Eidl program. This is the Economic Injury Disaster Loan and Grant or Advanced Program. So there's a loan that you can get up to $2 million, because I stated before they upped the cap to $2 million. So I'll talk about that in just a second. Then we also have the Eidl Advance, which is a cash grant that you can get up to $15,000. And I'm seeing maybe about 80% of those that apply for the targeted are getting the supplemental grant. So the supplemental grant is not a guarantee. So this is a very popular program, has been, continues to be a high demand program that is open until December 31st of this year, which is around the corner. So it is important that you have a sense of urgency. that you act with the sense of urgency to get your applications in, to get through the process before the applications close. We want to make sure that you get approved and that you get funded under the different programs. And what I found is that, sometimes, a lot of times, due to confusion, right? A lot of the confusion that was happening earlier on in 2020 or 2021, you get frustrated by the process and then you just give up altogether, or you don't pursue it because you just lack clarity of understanding. That's why we're here. That's why the SBA has made significant updates and changes to their programs, their management, the departments that are managing these programs. So they have made significant improvements, but there are still some things that you may not be doing, may have not considered that you can do to move your applications forward. Now, I do want to make clear that the backlog over 600,000 backlog applications has been totally cleared. So based on our understanding, based on what the SBA said, there is no more backlog. Okay, so the backlog, just so you understand what the definition or the meaning is that they were not being processed. That means they hadn't gotten to them. It wasn't a situation where they're stuck or you're stuck because there's something you didn't do, or the SBA is waiting on something regarding your application. It was just they were backlogged because they didn't have the resources, the capacity to get to them. So they were sitting. Those have been cleared out. So if you are a person that have an application and you haven't had any movement since like February, please let me know in the comments, so we can figure out what is the issue, because it may be something that you don't even know. A small action that you can take to move your application forward. So I just wanted to make that note that the backlog, and I said that before, has been cleared. Now, is your application stuck because there's a process issue, or there's a document missing, or you need to upload something, or the SBA is waiting, or they're waiting on your 4506T? That is a different situation. So I just wanted to make sure that's cleared up as well. I do want to let you know too, it's important that you review the SBA's website at sba.gov/Eidl, EIDL. All the information regarding this program is there. They have updated the FAQs many times. I actually have them pulled up right now, because as they update them, as they come across some of the challenges that you all are experiencing, they're updating their FAQs to address that. So it's important that you go there to see if if the questions that you have can be answered there. That is so important as well. The SBA has also sent out some additional campaigns. So I told you that they've been sending out emails regarding the grant, those that haven't applied, but also some of you that are stuck, have been stuck for a long time due to any variation of issues. They have started sending out correspondence to you as well. So if you're one of those that have received correspondence with the SBA telling you, okay, you've been, kind of stagnant in this process, these are some things that you can do to move your application forward, please let me know in the comments, because again, from the SBA, they said that they have already been sending out these notices in your email. And I can tell you, okay, just based on conversations that I've had over this past weekend, and I've talked to over 100, okay, either by email or via comments or on the phone, is that still there are business owners that are not checking their emails. I mean, or you're deleting them, right? And don't do that. I had a owner of a trucking company trying to help him get other types of funding, but in the meantime, I'm trying to help him to see if he's applied for Eidl. And I'm telling you, so many had not. Okay, they're getting programs confused. They applied for PPP, but don't know about Eidl, or they got denied. They don't even know what they got denied for, and they're just deleting the emails. It's like, okay, I'm gonna throw up the white flag. They denied me, on to the next. No. You can't give up on the process, and you definitely don't ever delete anything that comes out of any of these programs, especially from the SBA. And this is a problem that has been even before that, with business owners not maintaining accurate records in their business. Do not delete any type of documentation or correspondence that you receive from any of these programs. That is not in your best interest. So you need to be checking your emails and your spam folders and your promotional folders. Some of you all don't even know where to find your spam folders. Go to your settings. It's there, believe me. Your promotional folders is there. So I even spoke with another gentleman that we're helping get funding, and I told him about the Eidl program, and he said, yes, I applied for the Loan Black Win. I said, but what about the grant? Okay. He said, I think I might have gotten something. I'm like, you think? I said, okay, let's stop what we're doing right now. Let's go to your email and type SBA, type targeted Eidl in your search bar and tell me what you find. And he found an invitation. Again, sitting on up to $15,000 in free money. That if he had not talked to me and I had not been willing to dig deeper, that's what I have to do. I have to go through 101 questions with business owners to make sure they're getting access to what they need, that they haven't overlooked something, because I know business owners, you're bombarded. We get hundreds of emails a day. We miss things, but you can't afford to miss this when you're trying to keep your business afloat, when you're trying to meet payroll, when you're trying to grow your business. We have to pay attention to these types of things. So he found the invite. And so I told him that he needed to move on that to apply. Now, is no guarantee at this point, depending on the last reminder that you received, if you find the invite, if you can actually apply, because some of those had timers on them. And the SBA said this will expire in 30 days. There is no other way for you to apply for the grant except by invite. There is no other way except by invite. And you have to click that apply button before it expires, or it's going to be, you may not be able to apply for it. Okay. But what I do know is that the SBA sent out numerous reminders. So when they sent out the reminders, that expanded the clock time that you have to apply. So please, if you have not applied for this program yet, the Eidl Injury Disaster Loan Program, please apply today. You do not need to wait. If you've been denied, submit your request for reconsideration today or as soon as possible, because that's super important. Now, I want to address also the banking issue, because this is an issue that's come up before. I know there are business owners that you've been approved, you've been funded, but there was an issue with your bank. This is a recurring issue. Now, what they said was, okay, they have a process for this, and the information, all the resources, numbers, emails are in the show notes in the description of this video. But what she said is that one of the best things that you can do is to submit a request for reconsideration if you have been stuck like for months. And I know the waiting time on getting your funds once there has been an issue, once they try to transfer or wire the money to your account and it didn't make it to your account because it didn't match, then that means that your application is stuck and is on hold. So they recommend submitting a request for reconsideration, advising them that you've been funded, but you need the banking information updated so that you can move forward with getting your funds. Okay. So that means you can't be deleting your documentation, your records that show that you were approved and that you were funded in your portal. Okay, so that is a step that you can take. But again, there's the banking email for fixing the situation. I will go through that process, but I will also submit a reconsideration, notating the issue with your bank that you need them to move forward with processing your loan or your grant, depending on which one bounced back due to your banking information. Now, there was a question on collateral. Okay, so let me know out there, the one that asked the question, I believe is David. Let me know if this answers your question, okay? Because there's information in the FAQs, but it's not exhaustive. It's like a few paragraphs on collateral, okay? So collateral is required for any loan that you take out, Eidl loan that is $25,000 and above. Now, the process that you go through for any loan that is above $500,000 gets more complex. You should anticipate this, okay? That's a lot of money when you're asking for. So understand it'll be more, it's simpler the less money that you take out. So that's why early on many businesses stopped at that 25,000, or they only requested just under 25,000 so that they did not have to deal with the collateral issue. But that doesn't stop a lot of people from requesting well over 25,000, even over 500,000. But the collateral means that you're putting your business up for collateral. So we talk about this all the time when we're helping with funding, because we don't take personal collateral, right? That means you're the SBA, the funders are taking a risk on your business, right? That it's a possibility you may not pay. So your business, your company, and its assets are used as collateral for the loan. Okay, so that if in the event you can't pay, you default, then your business is collateral, the value of your business. Now, some of you are asking, okay, you don't have real property. Okay, if you don't have real property, then that's fine. Then they will not use property for collateral. But that's not the case for a lot of business owners. Some of you all own the establishment where your business is, or you own other types of property. That is to be included and outlined in your documents as far as collateral, right? So when you're providing the documentation that they're asking for, that is what you're providing. But if you don't have real property, or if you don't have any other assets, if your only assets is your business, it could be your inventory, it could be your accounts, receivables, equipment, computer, printer, those are business assets. Okay, so hopefully that clarifies for you with regards to the collateral. Okay. Another thing that I wanted to clear up is that on Friday is the end of the exclusivity period, for which the SBA is only approving loan requests that are under $500,000. Now, this is where I believe some of the confusion is. So I want to clarify. And this is where I said sometimes the confusion leads to people not applying or moving forward with the process. All that means, the exclusivity period does not mean you don't submit an application. So if you are trying to request a loan over $500,000, you can submit the request. Okay. All it means is that the SBA will not start approving any request over 500,000 until the exclusivity period ends, which is this Friday, which is October the 8th. And it does not mean on October the 8th, you will just get approved on October the 8th. It means they will start the process of approving, and funding those applications after October. That's all it means. Okay. And it also doesn't mean that if the loan amount you're requesting is under 500,000, that you can't request it after October the 8th. It just says that the 30-day period is giving priority to those loan requests that are under 500,000. So if you're just watching today and this is the first time you're hearing about this, and you want to apply for an Eidl loan, or you want to apply for an increase, you can do that. You can do it today. You can do it after the 8th. You can do it all the way until the program closes. However, do not wait till December to submit your application. There's high demand for this program. We know that at least 37,000 applications for the loan program are coming in every single day. Okay, so it's in high demand, but the process is going pretty smoothly. Again, that's subjective to everyone that's going through the process, but we have seen significant improvements since earlier on in the year. Okay, so I know many applicants, we've all been through a lot. It's still a waiting game. Um, and what you can expect for the processing of the loans is a few weeks if it's under 100,000, around 100,000. But if it's higher, it could take a month, right? A month, 4 weeks to 6 weeks to get a determination on that loan. Now we know about 50% of those that are requesting a loan, applying for the loan or increase, will get denied or are getting denied. That does not mean that that's it. You can appeal. I know people that they didn't get approved to their third appeal. But what that means is what I'm finding is people are submitting appeals like 2, 3 times and you don't know what you're doing. I mean, that is not a good approach. You need to know what you were denied for. Make sure they give you the determination letter, and they will. You have to know why you were denied to be able to appeal, because you have to address the reason for the denial. And then you have to be able to show in documentation that either the SBA made an error, which sometimes they do, or it is something that you need to correct in order to move your application forward to get approved and funded. Okay, so case in point would be credit. So I know a lot of you all have been denied on credit. The minimum credit score is 560. And so if you have below a 560 is 500, then what you need to do is work to build up your credit, get to that 560, then submit a request for reconsideration, at which time they will evaluate and check if your credit score does now meet the 560 requirement. Okay. And it's even higher for those loans over 500,000. So some of you are asking, okay, well, I was approved for my loan, but now I'm requesting the increase and it's been denied. Well, if you're requesting the increase and it's over 500,000, then the credit requirement is higher. And if you don't meet that credit requirement, that application will be denied. Okay. There's some other documents that are also required. I did a video on the ODA PO 2020 22, excuse me, the PO 22 form, okay, which is the standard resolution. So I have people, business owners asking me, why do I have to fill out this form? I'm not requesting 500,000. You have to fill out the form. If they are requesting it, you don't need to have be requesting 500,000 to be required to fill out the form. Now, there has been some confusion on this form and some statements that were on the SBA website that we removed, that were clarified, but sometimes I'm seeing some differences in what's being requested. My understanding is if it's requested in your portal, you have to provide it. If you are a sole proprietor, you do not have to fill out Section 5. It's only a one-page document. So on our YouTube channel, we have 2 videos on this form, and one is explainer video that walks you step by step through that form that must be completed and uploaded to move forward with your application. Okay. That's required. Schedule of liabilities. So they want to know what debts your business has. So you have to, in the schedule of liabilities, this is the form 2202, you have to list out any debts that your business has. Okay. If your business has debts. Okay. So that's if, what are the debts? Do you owe on a brick and mortar? Do you, whether it's a mortgage or a lease, do you owe any vendors or suppliers? Do you have any accounts payable that are open that still you need to pay? those are considered debts and they must be accounted for. There's also a personal financial statement that you have to fill out. Okay. So you're probably like, okay, this is a lot of stuff, but you're asking for a lot of money. Okay. I don't care if it's this program or another program, another SBA loan, or some other type of funding program. You will have to provide documentation, okay, to support your business or support what you're asking for as far as financial help. Now, the funding we offer is much less. There's not all this is not required. That's why we've been able to help those to fill the gap while they're still waiting. Or if you have been denied this program, that information is in the show notes and in the description of this video. But those are some of the documents that are going to be required for you to upload. As long as you go in your portal and it still says documents have not been uploaded, then you will not move forward with the process. So if you are having a challenge, if you've gotten stuck with the document upload, it won't take. Double check the format of your document. And if you find that it is an SBA issue, I would recommend that you call them. Some of you aren't picking up the phone, but you need to call the SBA. Yes, you're monitoring your application. You're checking for the status at least once a week or once every 2 weeks. But you pick up the phone. So if there's something causing you to be stuck or blocked, then you need to get on the phone and figure out what are the next steps to correct the situation. And then don't stop until you get it. So another thing that I wanted to discuss again with these loan increases. Okay, so there's many thousands of you all that are requesting these loan increases and you're getting stuck or you're not finding the button. Many people have asked me this before. Now, you need to make sure that you qualify for the amount that you are requesting for an increase. Okay. So some of you are out there, are requesting increases above and beyond the max amount that you qualify for. If that is the situation, you will not see a request button in your portal. Also, if you have already requested an increase that is in process and you're trying to request another increase, it's not going to happen. And some of you all have contacted me about this because you said you made a mistake and you requested the wrong amount. I don't know if you had a slip of the finger or whatever the case is. And I've said this too. You have to let the process see its way through for the increase that you requested before you can then go back in and request another increase. That's why it's so important to take your time. I say be proactive, but take your time going through the application so you don't make those mistakes, because then it's going to cause you a delay to get the money that you need. Okay, so you have to take it one step at a time. So you would have to wait to the first increases process, then go back and request another increase of the loan. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Also, some of you all may not know like what of the calculations are that the SBA is using in order to determine how much your business qualifies for. So we know they raised the cap to 2 million. That doesn't mean your business qualifies for 2 million. Your business may only qualify for 20,000, or it may only qualify for 100,000 or 300,000. You need to know how to calculate that to know what to request as far as an increase of your loan amount. So I'm gonna go, this is the simplest calculation, but it depends on your business structure and your tax filing type. It is listed, how they calculate based on your different tax filings is in the FAQs at sba.gov/Eidl, EIDL. Okay, but for those Schedule C filers, they're looking at taking your 2019 sales, gross sales. Then you're going to subtract your cost of goods sold. Okay, and whatever that is, subtract your cost of goods sold and then multiply that by 2. That is your maximum loan amount that you can get, period. So people ask me before they even increase the amount to 2 million, well, what about the new calculation? There is no new calculation. The new calculation stopped at the 500,000. So they're still using that same calculation. And then based on that calculation, if you qualify for over 500, then you can get that over 500,000, right? But you're going to take your 2019 sales. So say that's 100,000. Cost of goods sold is 0. That means you have 100,000 times 2. The max you would qualify for is 200,000. And then you also need to factor in what loan did you already get, because then that's subtracted. Okay? Because you've already gotten part of the loan. So I hope that makes sense for you all that are out there. But again, go to the FAQs. They have an entire list of how they calculate. It might be between 15 and 20, because there's different types of tax filings, right? Not everybody is a sole proprietor. Not everybody files on a Schedule C form, right? It depends on how your business files. It determines how your loan will be calculated. It also depends on if you were in business in 2019 or not, or if you were only in business part of the year in 2019, then the SBA will step in and make the calculation for you. Okay, so that's basically how that works. All right. Another thing, and I have been asking about this before. I've heard of a few business owners that say they applied for the Eidl program in 2020 and didn't receive the invite. Now, this question was asked to the SBA rep. She didn't even. This is what she said. If you didn't receive an invite, she said you must receive an invite to apply for the targeted Eidl grant and the supplemental grant. I was looking for her to provide a process for if you didn't receive it, and she didn't. She just kind of skirted over that comment and basically just said you need to have an invite. I know people that say they didn't have an invite. And I would still recommend the same things. Please double check that you didn't delete it, that you did not miss it, and it's not still sitting in your email somewhere. If you've done all of that, you didn't delete it, it's not in your inbox, it's not in your spam folder or promotional folder, I still would suggest to you that you call your SBA district office and you try to get the help of your congressperson. Now, I'm not saying that this is a guarantee that this is going to help you, but if indeed, and this is the minority, if you are sure that you did not get an invite and you deserve an invite, I would invite you to take those steps in order to try to get the invite from the SBA. But I do know that some people that don't think they got an invite, you actually did get an invite. Okay. So, you want to make sure that you're sure before you start getting other parties involved with something. And then it turns out you did get an invite. You just didn't pay attention. And that has happened. Okay. So that's the information on the targeted invites. But let me know if you apply either in 2020, especially in 2020, and you didn't get the invite for the targeted Eidl grant. Let me know in the comments. Like I said, is now open. They've expanded it. So whether you applied for the Eidl program in 2020 or 2021, you should get an invite to apply for the targeted Eidl grant. And I know that's happening because peers have told me that, yes, I applied like a month ago, and then they were just getting their invites to apply for the grant. This is a reminder that if you were denied for the loan, please still apply for the grant. The two are processed totally separate. Okay. So that does not mean that you will not qualify for the grant because you were denied the loan. Now, I know some people did not apply for the grant because they thought, well, I was denied on credit or some other issue for the loan. I didn't think I qualified for the grant. No. The grant has separate qualifications. And so let me just remind you of those qualifications. For the targeted, to get the balance of the full amount up to the $10,000 max, you need to be in a low income community. You need to have 300 employees or less, and you must be able to demonstrate that you had a 30% decrease in gross sales, business sales. And comparing that a quarter in 2020 to that same quarter in 2019. And in order to get the supplemental 5,000, you need to be able to, again, be in a low income community, have a 50% decrease in gross sales, and have 10 employees or less to qualify for the supplemental. That's why not everybody will get the supplemental grant, because you may have been able to show you had a 30% decrease, but you didn't have a 50%. So if you didn't have a 50%, you would not receive the supplemental grant. Okay. But if you are denied the supplemental and you feel it's an error, then you can request reconsideration, right? Or a reevaluation. So reconsideration is the process for the loan, and reevaluation is the process for the advanced cash grant. Okay. So I hope that clarifies for a lot of you all that are out there. Go apply for this grant. This is free money. This is money that you don't have to pay back. Both of these programs are great. But I want to get as much money as I can that I don't have to pay back. The loan is great as well. Great long-term loan, and is deferred. Your first payment is deferred for 24 months. That's 2 years. 2 years that you have to build your business back better. Okay, that's what you have. 2 years that you don't have to worry about being burdened with a monthly payment. That is why, again, one of the reasons why this program is so popular. This is a disaster loan program. So again, to qualify for any of these, you must first meet the eligibility of the Eidl program, which means that you have been in operation on or before January 31st of 2020. So this is not for new businesses that started in 2021. Okay. Your business had to have been in operation because this is COVID relief. So they have a cutoff period for that. But if you haven't applied, you can get your application in. I would encourage you all to do that. Do not wait. Do not delay. Do not procrastinate, because people do it. So by the time you figure out you want to apply, the program is over. It's done with. It's out of money or it's closed. Let's not do that. Let's make sure that we're getting our applications in. Just to, they released the updated report on Eidl on September the 30th. As of today's date, or as of September 30th, 3.8 million have received an Eidl loan for over $270 billion. For the targeted, we see that number has increased as well. 436,516 business owners and entrepreneurs have received a targeted grant for $3.77 billion. Okay, so that's really good. So then we have 347,986 businesses and entrepreneurs that have received 1.7 billion in the supplemental grant. So there's still a lot of room there, a lot for you all to get access to the grant. There's 5 billion, available for the supplemental grant. Right now, they still have between 25 and 26 billion available for the targeted grant program. It's still available until they pass the infrastructure bill, for which I said they want to take 31 billion from the entire program and 17 billion from the grant program. So because it's considered unallocated, let's get it allocated. Ladies and gentlemen, let it get allocated to you. Apply. Go get that grant that you're entitled to. We have so many resources, from masterclasses, cheat sheets, to help you get out here and get the grants that you need. We have plenty of explainer videos to help you to overcome all of these challenges, to help you be able to apply. Know step by step how to apply for these programs. You can simply just go to our YouTube channel and find the video that you need. There's most likely a video on it. If it's not, let us know. Just shoot us an email at hello@shebosstalk.com. Let us know that there's a video, there's a help that you need, and that you have not been able to find the video. But please try to find the video We have playlists for Eidl, we have playlists for PPP, and other programs. So I invite you to check those out. They've helped thousands of business owners just like yourself. Just want to give an update on PPP. I was going to bring up my screen, but I'm not. But over 11 million loans have were taken out under the PPP program. Out of those, 65% have been submitted for forgiveness, but that still leaves a nice chunk that has not received or requested forgiveness. And I know some of my peers have said their lenders are just now starting to send out those notices to you to apply for forgiveness. Let me know where you are in the forgiveness process, because we need to get those loans forgiven. Okay, so they then become grants. That's free money. It's not free money if you do not request forgiveness and get it forgiven by your lender and the FBA. The process is really smooth. If you go through the SBA's direct portal, they have approved, I believe, over a million loan forgiveness applications, I believe, at this point. So I believe over 1,400 lenders have opted into that portal. So just check if your lender is opted in, and then you go through the portal. It takes 5 minutes. The portal is specifically for those of you all that have 150,000 or less in PPP loans, is to make it super simple and easy for you to get your applications in and get your loans forgiven. This is both first draw and second draw. All my PPP loans, first draw, second draws, were forgiven, and it only took days, and I mean a few days, no more than 3 days to get approval from the time I submitted my application. And I went through my lenders. Okay, I did not go through the portal. I did test dummy. I went through the test dummy process with the SBA portal to ensure it was a simple process, and it is. That's what has been reported back to me. Check with your lender. Most of them, I know Square, Blue Acorn, a lot of these bigger brokers, these online fintech companies that were a major help in getting the smallest of small business, those PPP loans, have opened up their forgiveness applications. If you're still waiting, let me know, and let me know in the comments who your lender is. But again, you can find the portal is in our show notes. I'm trying to make it super simple and easy for you all to get access to what you need to by linking the resources in the body of this video. So do submit your applications in. Those that you know they have applied for PPP, let them know. Ask them, have you applied for forgiveness? And I tell you, a lot will say no. Because people, unfortunately, were told that it would be automatically forgiven. It's not. And if you do not request forgiveness by 10 months after your covered period has ended, you will get a bill in the mail. Your first payment will come due. So let's get those applications in as soon as possible. So I know the SBA is doing really well on that. Just want to remind you too, there are plenty of grants out here to apply for. We have plenty of resources, including our grant tracker, which is a free listing. There's top states with grants right now, COVID related grants, but every state has grants. Every state, there's a grant with your name on it. Every business, people ask me all the time, I have a startup, can I get a grant? Yes. Right? I'm in a particular industry. I'm a food truck or I'm a salon. Can I get a grant? Yes. There may or may not be industry specific grants. There may be grants based on geographic location. That means your state, your county, your city. There may be a pitch competition that you can apply for. Especially for new startup businesses. I mean, if you want to really get your business out there, you think you have something great, which you do, you need to start promoting it. You need to start telling people about it and pitching it. We have at least 2 pitch videos to help you with pitching, because we had the killer pitch master, Precious Williams, on our show twice, and her books are there. And you can connect her information to connect with her are there available for those videos to teach you how to pitch your business. And I mean, for a lot of money, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. There's pitch competitions all over the place. We've had several in our state. There's several nationwide that we have that are ongoing, that have happened, that we continue to participate in. So we would encourage you all to do that. There's so many ways to get free money for your business. There's federal grants. If you do not have a certified business, certified small, certified women, certified veterans, certified minority business, I would encourage you to pursue that. We have a masterclass on that is in the show notes. If you want to know how to get more money, I mean, they give out major grants, right? You can go to grants.gov and see the types of grants that they give out, but you need to meet the requirements, have your business properly set up to even have a chance at getting access to those grants that are available. They are, but no, you have to put in work. You have to show that you are serious about your business, even if you're in concept phase. That means, where's your business plan? Where's your financial forecast for your business, right? If you are in business, are you properly structured? Are you registered in your state? That is what every funder looks for most of the time. So whether it's a grant or credit line or loan or other types of funding, that is what you need to have. The federal stimulus programs is the exception. We know those have been PPPs for entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and then the Eidl, where you don't have to be properly registered. You don't necessarily have to have a business bank account, but that is not the norm. So we need to get our business in order so we can take advantage of all the money that is out there. It's literally raining money. These programs are literally trying to figure out where the small businesses to apply for these programs. And so I'm here to let you know they're in your backyard. Look up, start making connections, start reaching out to the organizations and associations that are out there. Call your mayor office, call your county government office, call your state governor, and find out what is there available for you in your small business. Open your mouth, start asking. Okay, that's what one of our peers did. She took our instructions. She was not applying for grants before she came across our channel, followed our instructions, and in one of my videos, I said to go look in your county. She called her county, and they had a grant available for $20,000. I told her in the cheat sheet what you need. She had everything, exactly what I said in the cheat sheet they asked her for, and she was prepared when they asked her for it. In 12 days, she had $20,000 in her bank account. So if it happened for her, it can happen for you. They're everywhere. There is no state that does not have a grant. You have to be proactive in searching, but we make the process easy by giving you the tools. That's the starting point. But there's no way we can list out the thousands and thousands of grants, but we're telling you where to go find additional grants for your business. Okay? They're out there. And it's not all major corporations. We launched a grant program last year, and we're getting ready to open it back up for a women business in this fourth quarter of 2021. So it's people and business owners, entrepreneurs just like me that have started grant programs as well. So how do you know about them? You have to get connected. Okay. So that's why I say stay connected with us. If you're not on our email list, get on our email list. Be around us. We share grants and funding resources all the time, every single day across our platforms, so that you all have what you need so you can have the financial lifeline you need for your business. We're also doing more things. So if you have not signed up for our YouTube Creator Masterclass and you have a YouTube channel is just sitting there gathering dust, and you want to make multiple streams of income, which you can like we do, I invite you to sign up. This is your last chance to do so, because tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, the registration closes, and who's in the class is who's in the class. And they're about to start making some good money. Okay. So grants and loans are not the only way you can make money in your business. There's tons of ways that you can make money online in your business, multiple ways where you don't have to work harder. You just need to work smarter and earn more. So that's what we're teaching you how to be able to do. We have a She Boss shopping guide for the holidays. Holidays are around the corner. What's your plan for the holidays to increase your sales? Well, we're helping women in business, featuring them across our massive platform. So if you would like to be featured, please let me know. Drop a comment or send me an email at hello@shebosstalk.com, and I will give you the form to sign your business. This includes network marketing, direct sales, whatever your business is. If you're a woman-owned business, I would invite you to apply for that. If you want to know more about our She Boss Up a grant program, whether you want to partner with us, donate, or apply, you can go to our website or go to www.shebossup.com. We had someone that gave us a nice donation over the weekend. So I don't know if it's one of our viewers here, but we thank you so much, because that money is going to help women stay in business, being able to help them pivot their business and scale their business. So we definitely appreciate you guys for that. Now, I'm just going to look through. I see a lot of your comments on here just to see if there's any other important questions that I may have missed. Again, I answered that collateral question earlier. Shout out to everyone that's out there. Oh, 4506Ts. 4506Ts. They said that they have been improving this process, which I noticed that they have. This is one of the things that is holding up the process. But SBA and IRS have been in communications regarding this. One thing that the SBA rep stated that I don't necessarily agree with is that if you are one of the ones where you're pending because of the 4506T, they're encouraging you to e-file your 2019 tax return. However, I wasn't able to e-file my 2019. I had to mail it. Okay. But if you are able to do it, they said that that can help move the process forward. But I can tell you right now, I wasn't able to do it because I filed an extension. And then so when I filed my taxes, then I had to mail them in. But if you're able to do that, try that approach and see what happens. Just a reminder for those low income communities that are outside, I stated also that an SBA rep did indicate that they would be expanding outside low income communities. They have not indicated when, and they have not confirmed what the process will be, if you will go through reconsideration or submit a new application, but they were indicating that a new application would need to be submitted. That makes no sense to me, because there's a simpler way to do it. If they just take everybody, they have a code for everybody that's outside of the low income, and then just streamline that process when they open it up, and just send an invite, a special invite to those that are in low income communities, and make it super simple. So I'm hopeful that they will do that. Someone is saying, if you have 6 years of IRS audits, why would the SBA not verify you filed your business taxes to see it's not fraud? If you skipped a year, I mean, I don't know. They want to know what you were doing in 2019. I've been in business since 2014 and filed taxes every single year. But if 2019 was missing, I would not have been approved. Okay. And I can tell you that people forge information all the time. Unfortunately, bank statements, tax records, and it's unfortunate because it makes it bad for the other people that are doing the right thing. All right, let me just see. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad I've been a help to you guys that are out there. Someone is saying, we want to know who all got the increase, not the initial 6 months, but the increase, because I can't get the bottom dollar is big business, small business. They do have reports on the SBA website. If you want to look at the Eidl report, PPP reports, and reports on other programs, they're out there. If you want to know who's gotten, as a small business, gotten access to the funding programs, all of this is public record. Your business is public. Anybody can search and find you and see if you got an Eidl loan, an Eidl grant, or a PPP loan, or restaurant revitalization loan, or a grant or a shutter venue operators grant. So this is a reminder, whatever reason you got denied for, submit a reconsideration. Continue to do that, even if it's the 4506T. But now they're not, my understanding is they're not denying, it's just in pending status because they know that there's an issue. But maybe you're one of the ones that, got denied before that. It is a form of, they use to file the UCC filing. My understanding is it's a simple process for collateral. Someone else is saying they e-file their taxes. When did you e-file your tax? When did you e-file your taxes? That's the question. Because the IRS is backlogged, so we know that. Can I find the YouTube info on your website? Yes, you can. So if you go to www.shebosstalk.com, you can see clear at the top, there's a banner to sign up for the YouTube Creator Masterclass. All of it is there. If there's something you can't find, just send us an email. I gave it to you. Give it to you again before we close out. hello@shebosstalk.com. And again, I appreciate all of you all. Continue to share this information because there's still millions of business owners that don't know about these programs, unfortunately, because there's not enough outreach out there. Even the people that are doing videos, they're not sharing the information we're sharing. They're not telling you how to go get it. We do. We created the tools to help, especially those that are in underserved, disadvantaged businesses that were and continue to be left out of a lot of the programs. These programs are challenging to understand. For a lot of business owners, there may be language barriers. There may be technical challenges that many business owners have. We know 50% of small businesses still don't have a website. So there's technical challenge there in just trying to understand and navigate the complex process of getting access to these types of funds. We know it's a challenge. That's why we are here to be able to help. So whatever we can do to continue to assist you, we're here to do it. As always, continue to be the boss with amplified impact. Continue to stay safe and in good health. Have a wonderful day.